This is the best bargain dually you can buy today. And when you see all the features that it has, you'll know what I'm talking about. I borrowed it from Jerry Seiner GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. This truck is available for sale. Be sure to ask for Frank. He's actually a sales manager now, and he can give you a good deal on this truck. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see the options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. And then here's a short listing of the standard features. This truck does have an automatic locker out back, by the way. Base price comes in at $60,100. Starting off the options is the diesel. Preferred package is $14,15. Sierra HD Pro Safety Plus is on this truck too. Gooseneck, SLE convenience, and remote start. Trailer mirrors are heated and power. And then there's a few other options down below, like the multi-pro tailgate, high idle switch, which is a must-have for a truck like this, and trailer tire pressure for 50 bucks. Destination comes in at $25.95 for a total price of $78,980. This truck comes under $80,000, can tow over 30,000 pounds, and it has nearly 1,000 pound-feet of torque. This is truly a bargain dually. Now, it doesn't just stop there. On the front end, you guys can see, it does have LED headlights, which come standard on all trim levels. Fog lights are included on this truck here. Front parking sensors. Now, obviously, some of these things are an option, but you can get all of this for under 80 grand before discounts. You guys also see that optional camera on the front end with a sprayer. Black recovery hooks, and that hood scoop is going to be functional. And I will say for under 80 grand, I don't mind the chrome. It gives it a little bit more class, right? Now, as you guys see, independent front suspension, double wishbone, and you guys can see you do have to grease these ball joints here too. I had done a video on that, which is definitely something you should do. You can see there, fabric material for the wheel liner, and then here are the tires. Michelin tires. Take that, Ram, with those Nexen junk tires. Just kidding. You can get Goodyears with the Ram too, but you get these standard Michelins, and you guys see this is a 17-inch wheel. Tire size is right here. LT 235/80, 17. Has 3,085 pounds of capacity at 80 PSI code for single, and if you run it as dual, it's going to have 2,835 pounds at 80 PSI code. These are the Primacy XC tires as well. Engine block heater plug is there. And then let's go ahead and step back a little bit. I would definitely upgrade to the 18-inch wheels. They do have that available for the SLT trim level, by the way, too. So if you want a little bit nicer wheel, you have that option in a higher trim level. Now on the mirrors, you guys see some of the lighting. You have these forward lights here, and you have your turn signals, some of the badging. More lighting on the mirrors here if you're backing up. And you do have blind spot alert, and this top mirror is going to be heated. Painted door handles with smart key. And let's go ahead and check and see if this has some skid plates. So no skid plates down below. There is one for that junk right there. That's where your DEF tank is. And 36-gallon fuel tank. We're still hoping that GM's gonna fix this for the dualies, at least give it a 50-gallon in the future. 7-gallon DEF tank. You have your steps, clearance lights, and overall I like their dually bed design too. Has a nice look to it. There is a liner available as an accessory out back, which I recommend. And you guys see there, you have 4 leaves in the main pack and 3 overloads. Wax coating on the frame. And here's a quick peek at those chrome cladded wheels. 8 lug. These wheels actually do look pretty good, actually. I probably would rock these with some 37s. Rear parking sensors. You do have the sequential turn signals too, by the way. Clearance lights right here. You get the camera provisions, 7-pin, class 5 hitch. There's just so much going on for 80 grand. 342 rear with the automatic locker, as I said earlier. That comes standard. And this is why you buy the Multi-Pro. If you want to just use this as a step, you can, although I do like the ones on the side too. Spray in. You also have 400 watts of power in the bed. You have that house style plug, bed lights, and hit up my description for my promo code from the Juggernaut tie downs. It's basically a strap system. Highly recommended. It looks like it comes from the factory the way they set it up, and I have them for my truck and I do use them and they work great. You can tie things down securely, and like I said, it has that OEM look to it. You guys see the puck system right here, and your 4 and 7-pin, and there is a bed view camera, power sliding glass with defrost. And that's why you buy a diesel dually, because you got to get the clearance lights with the dually, which I would always get a HD truck with clearance lights. And there's the view. That's your dually side. Looks so good. GM has done a really good job overall with their trucks. Here's your Gen 2 L5P DURAMAX. Good for 470 horsepower. 975 pound-feet of torque. All that power goes through that 10-speed stamp-approved Allison. At some point, we're going to see this go away. So I'm looking forward to see what it looks like in the future. Now, cast iron block. So this engine's pretty overbuilt. Now, the first thing I would do to my truck if I were buying it, I always mention this because I'll show you a picture here. I have this same engine and I have the dual map sensor. So obviously, because of the EGR system here, you get a lot of soot buildup in the intake manifold. So these map sensors get dirty and you can't clean them like with a scrub. You have to just spray them off, and it's really hard to spray them clean because that soot and grease just sticks on them. So I highly recommend from Banks, promo code down below for that as well, to go ahead and move these out of the stream. That way they're easier to clean. You can just scrub the relocate kit and just spray those off, you know, every 30 to 50,000 miles, I would say. Overall, cold air intake system from them is really good. I've gotten 3.4 MPG better using that system, and I've been pointing this out a little bit more. You guys see the coolant? I check my coolant a lot more now because I've done a lot of stuff to my truck, and that's basically what all the trucks are getting delivered at. So that's the normal level. 15W40 oil, or in the colder climates below 0 degrees, you can use 5W40. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. You would think you're going to take a hit on the interior, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You have a 10-way driver's seat, including lumbar. The cloth material looks upscale, and I like the design of it too. I think Ram and GM have the best design for their seats too. And you guys see here, you have auto up and down for the driver window, and then auto down for everything else. Power folding outside mirrors. I believe that was an option too. And you guys see here, you don't have 4-wheel drive auto, but if you step up to the SLT, that would come available. You have all your lighting controls, electronic parking brake, tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And you guys have a 12-inch screen, 13.4-inch screen, so you don't lose any of the screens. And you have dual climate control. Now these seats are not going to be heated, however, but that might be an option even for the SLE. Here's a quick peek at that door. I like the trim design too. It has a cool look to it. Have a little bit of storage with the cover. And all soft touch on the dash too. Now over time, when your car gets old, soft touch does help with squeaks compared to like hard plastic. That's why I like to point that out. Now if you are looking to use this truck for a bed camper capacity is 4,439 pounds. That is pretty dang good. I'll show you guys the payload here in a second. That's going to be a lot higher than that number. So out back, door opens pretty wide, I would say. Also flat floor surface, seat back pockets. You have air vents, 120 volt power plug, 2 USBs. You still have the storage. I think this is an option, however. And they still give you the armrest. Remember, this is just a step up from the work truck. So you get the storage down below. You're not really losing much going to the SLE. Honestly, this truck is more loaded than my LTZ Silverado HD that I had. Simply because it has the options on it, but still, like, I like the features that you get. The only thing that's missing for me is leather. So let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Here's some of the animations for the screens too. It's pretty cool, right? And if you put it in reverse, you'll see here 360 camera view. Like, you can't get any better than this. If you're not good at parking a truck, this should make life a little bit easier for you. Okay? And I like to show the bed view. It does turn on the bed lights too. When you go on this bed view camera, you can zoom in as well. Now, if you would like the line to pop up, all you have to do is just put it on to trailer mode and boom, it's right there. Overall, a lot of nice features. You guys see your exhaust brake, single stage. This is your lane keep assist alert. Also, your parking sensors can be disabled. You can drop the tailgate, however you cannot lift it back up. Caution lights, track control, and you can put all the windows down together. Trailer brakes right here. You guys saw push button start. And let's go ahead and check out this center console. There is storage below the seat here. You can lock this too, and I like that. Also, they do latch this in, so you have to pull the strap here to unlatch. And I like that they do that because I think it's a safety thing here. So overall, for what you're getting in this truck, I think that is definitely a good deal. Lots of different things you can see. You can see the split screen. So if you have your trailer information here, you can have your tire pressure monitoring, which is, the sensors are right there actually in that bag. And you can pretty much see the temperatures. You can see obviously the PSI for the tire. It's a really nice setup. You have Apple CarPlay. Now this truck does have the high idle, so if you put on the parking brake and push down on the cruise control here, you guys saw that it just did fast idle, and you have 2 stages, so this is the highest. And all you gotta do is just put your foot on the brake, and then it'll just turn off that. Now you do have a setting inside of here that does it automatically for you, so just make sure that's on if you remote start your truck. What else should I show you? I think that's pretty much all I care to really talk about. I mean, I'm just excited to show you guys the payload here. Home link is there. You guys see the lighter color roof, but honestly, I'm not angry about that. This is a nice truck for what you're getting. I can overlook that at this price point, especially if you can get this truck closer to like that 80, closer to that 70 grand range. Man, like, you can get this type of truck for close to $70,000, towed 30,000 pounds, as I said. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers on the door, and then that'll pretty much end the video. Gross axle weight rating is 6,000 pounds up front, and then the rear is 10,400 pounds, which is class leading. Gross vehicle weight rating is 14,000 pounds, 17 by 6.5 wide wheels, and you guys see right there, 5,339 pounds of payload capacity. That is a big number for a diesel for sure. Curb weight is 8661, and as I said, 31,000 pounds of gooseneck and most likely fifth wheel towing. Conventional is 20K. 40,000 pound gross combined weight rating. And then here's that yellow sticker showing you guys the tire pressure. So, man, 80 PSI up front, huh? And then 80 PSI in the rear. That's pretty high. I would not expect it to be that high. Truck didn't have like a snowplow package or anything like that, I don't think. So that's interesting that they have the tire pressure that high. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Make sure your notifications are on. See you guys soon.